Hi and welcome to Infinite Flight Help. Today I'm going to talk to you about landing clearances. Okay, let's get started. So, you can see in their example we have an aircraft, November 007, who's coming out of right crosswind onto right downwind for runway 31 at Palo Alto. In a few moments he's going to contact air traffic control. He's going to report his position, which will be right downwind, and he's going to state his intention. That will either be to do a full stop landing or to do a touch and go. It's important as an air traffic controller you issue the correct clearance. If the pilot is looking to do a full stop landing, we need to make sure that we clear him to land. And if the pilot is doing a touch and go, it's important that we clear him for the option.
November 007 is on right downwind runway 31, full stop.
Okay, so we want to select clear to land for the option, number 1, clear to land, and then confirm the runway.
November 007, number 1, runway 31, clear to land. Number 1, clear to land, runway 31, November 007.
Okay, so our pilot's now got landing clearance. All that remains for him to do is to fly the rest of the downwind, base and final legs before landing on runway 31 at Palo Alto. The other thing we've not covered as well is clear for the option, and that would be used if the pilot was looking to remain again within the traffic pattern. So we would expect him to finish his downwind, his base, his final legs, land the aircraft temporarily on the runway, perform an immediate takeoff and climb back into the pattern, and it could either be to make right traffic or to make left traffic. And he would repeat that procedure again, and again we would provide him with clearance for the option, until such times as the pilot had had enough of doing touch and goes and wanted to land. In this tutorial we only had one aircraft, and that aircraft remained within the tower airspace. But if for example we had another aircraft, a second aircraft, who was entering into our airspace, we could instruct that pilot to enter into the traffic pattern at different points. For example, enter right base or enter right downwind. It's important to use pattern instructions and sequencing together correctly. They're very important, so we've got another tutorial that covers them in a lot more detail. Okay, so as you can see we've changed camera angles and we're now watching November 007, who's entered his final for runway 31 at Palo Alto. It's important that the pilot and air traffic control work together to ensure that the aircraft that's on final lands successfully. For example, if a second aircraft on the ground decided to enter the runway without clearance, it may be appropriate to tell November 007 to go around, or November 007 may have already spotted this and may have decided that it's not safe for him to land and therefore he's going around. However, in this tutorial we only have November 007, there are no other aircrafts about, so all being well, November 007 should make a landing and not have to declare a go around. Okay, in a few seconds from now, November 007 will land on runway 31 at Palo Alto, at which point, within the tower, we can ask November 007 to exit the runway and expedite. In other words, hurry up and get off the runway. We could do this if we've got traffic on final, or if we've got traffic waiting to depart. Okay, so, good news. November 007 has now successfully landed, and the pilot is slowing down to taxi speed. He'll then vacate the runway. And it's at this point the tutorial finishes. I hope you found it useful, and if you've got any comments or suggestions or feedback, please get in touch. Thanks for watching.